Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a brand new pickup pile for you guys today, and today we are looking at 11/11. So yes, this Wednesday is November 11th, otherwise known as 11/11, and it's usually a pretty big deal because it's a number that is tied to like a lot of synchronicity and that kind of thing. So 11/11 in itself is like a portal of sorts. And a lot of twin flames connect with this number. 11/11 usually signifies union and that kind of thing. But you don't necessarily have to be a twin flame to reap the benefits from 11/11 or participate in it, I guess you could say, and be a part of it. 11/11 is basically a really good time to set your intentions, to manifest, to work on manifesting things that you would like, you know, in abundance and blessings and favor and all that kind of stuff. It's a really good time to just like connect with God, to connect with, you know, that higher power and everything. And yeah, so it's a really good time for doing all that stuff. You may not see things manifest exactly on 11/11, although that would be awesome, but it's a good time to just like get your mind straight and get yourself like kind of spiritually in sync with things and that kind of stuff. So it's just a highly potent, spiritually fruitful and active time is what it comes down to. It just opens the doors for a lot of things. So it's just good to get your head straight and, you know, to be in a positive, go with the flow, good mentality when it comes to 11/11. So what I have here right now for you guys are 4 different piles, and we're going to dive into basically your 11/11 message, which is whatever it is that you need to know for 11/11 coming up. Whatever it is maybe that you need to work on, be aware of, need to ask for, just, you know, whatever it is that comes through, whatever it is that you need to know going into 11/11 to help you make your 11/11 be the best 11/11 ever, even though it's 2020, but that's okay. You know, maybe this year we'll have a plot twist and have a sweet ending despite being super sour the rest of the year. Okay, so we have 4 different piles, and yes, I have 4 different Christmas ornaments to pick from again because that's just what I'm doing lately. And so we have locations basically for today's little Christmas ornament theme. And pile number 1, we have a very merry Illinois Christmas because that's where I'm from originally. I am from Illinois, specifically a northwest suburb to Chicago. But yes, so this is one of my little ornaments. And if you connect with the Illinois ornament, then this may be the pile for you. That's number 1. Pile number 2 is where I'm currently at right now, where I'm sitting at here in Los Angeles. And inside this ornament, it's kind of hard to tell with the glare, but there's some sand in there and some seashells and like there's like a little tiny sand bucket in there and everything. So yeah, it's for playing around at the ocean basically, but this is the Los Angeles Christmas ornament for pile number 2. Pile number 3, we're going back to Illinois here. We have a Chicago ornament, so this is definitely straight up Chicago. It doesn't even necessarily have to be wherever in Illinois, but we got Chicago here. Bit of the skyline going on. That one's pretty big. And our last one for pile number 4 is a key to Disneyland. So now we're down in Anaheim basically. And yeah, the key to Disneyland. It's gold. It says Disneyland on it on this side, and it has Sleeping Beauty's castle on it on the other side. I believe they also make a silver one of these for Disney World, and it has, you know, Cinderella's castle on it instead of Sleeping Beauty. But yes, we have the Disneyland ornament here of the key to it. So those are your 4 different choices. Timestamps are down below. pick the Christmas ornament or place or timestamp or however you want to pick it, whatever resonates with you, and we are going to jump right in here to pile number 1 and see what you need to know for 1111. Hi, pile 1. If you chose the Very Merry Illinois Christmas ornament, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what you need to know for 1111. So we're going to put our little ornament right over here. Will it stand up, or is it gonna? It's probably gonna fall down. It's gonna be annoying. Okay, there. It'll just have to be like that. Okay. Starting with the Crystal Unicorn Tarot, you guys got the 6 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and Death. Okay, so right off the bat, what this is telling me, starting with these cards, is 1111 for you guys is definitely going to be a time of transformation and change. Kicking that off here with the Death card, because that's usually what death is. Death is usually a change, it's a transition, it's transformation. It's the passing of something old and moving on to something new. So most likely at this time, something for you is coming to an end. And, I don't know if this is like a painful ending or an ending you're happy to see. It could be, anything. It could be love, it could be career, it could be whatever, whatever applies to you. But there's definitely something that's ending, but every time something ends, there's always a new beginning, which does make sense with the rest of the cards, which I'm going to get to in just a minute. But yeah, so something is definitely ending, but there's a new beginning that's starting, and it seems like whatever this new beginning is, it's only able to start because this other thing of the past has had to pass away. It's had to be done and finished and wrap up its chapter basically in your life. So, to back up the fact that something is coming to an end, we have the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is usually like a new idea, because swords usually represents thoughts and ideas, that kind of thing. So it seems like out of whatever it is here that ends, there's going to be a new idea. There's something new that's going to be coming your way, idea-wise, that you're going to realize, and you're going to be like, oh, hey, like that's actually a really good idea. Now that hasn't worked out, I just realized I could do this, that, and the other thing. And once again, you guys, this is super general. It could apply to anything. It could be a career idea, a love idea. It could be in regards to your health. It could be your family. It could be anything. So take it as it resonates, but there's definitely a new idea that you're going to have. And I feel like the only way that idea is going to really like pop up and manifest through this 1111 portal is something else is going to have to die beforehand. But it's going to be a good thing, like, whatever it is that's leaving and taking off from your life, it's going to be a good thing, because whatever this new idea is, it's something positive, it's something good. And I believe once you guys know what this idea is, and it'll be like this light bulb moment, like, ding, oh yes, that's what I need to do, I know it now. Once you guys know that, you're going to start like charging forward like the Knight of Wands with the idea, because that's what the Knight of Wands does. He charges forward. He's very passionate. He's very fired up about whatever it is he's doing, wherever it is he's going, whoever it is he's talking to. So this new idea is going to be super inspiring for you guys, and it's going to fire you up. It's going to be something you're passionate about, and you're going to charge forward with it for sure. So that's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be a good thing, because if it wasn't a good thing, you would have no reason to feel passionate about it. You would have no reason to feel fired up about it, but you're going to. So, this is definitely a good thing. And as for the Six of Swords, the Six of Swords is all about, like crossing this big giant water. Like if you look at this card, you have these 2 unicorns that are, just hanging out, sitting there in it. And this other one is in the back paddling them across the water. So it's a journey. It's a journey from one side of the shore to the other, whether it's a small pond or a lake or a huge ocean, it doesn't matter. Like, they're taking this little journey. So I feel like coming out of whatever it is here that passes, whatever it is that dies, you're going to have this new, beaming, bright, brilliant idea. You're going to be passionate about it, and you're going to charge forward with it. And because you'll be charging forward with it, you're going to be willing to make that journey. Whatever that journey is, whatever it is that, wherever it is that it takes you, you're going to do that. You're going to get in that boat. You're going to have the fire lit under your ass, and you're going to move forward, and you're going to go towards whatever that is. And it's going to be a good thing. I definitely think that whatever this idea is here, it's like a dream, it's a desire, it's something positive, it's something good, you guys. So, and this is kind of the whole point of what 1111 really is all about. It's about releasing the things that don't serve us anymore, things that may be holding us back, so we can have new ideas, so we can get fired up about them and start making that journey and manifesting them and making those dreams come true. So you guys are kind of like the epitome of what 11 really is all about. And like I said, it's probably going to look different for everybody. For some of you, it could be a career thing. For others of you, it could be a love thing. And it could be other things too, like your health or your family. It could be a friendship thing. It could be just a spiritual thing. It could be a lot of different things, but you're going to know what it is specifically for you. But we have a few more cards to dive into here, so we might get a few more details on this. We also have Ocean of Emotion by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials, and we're going to kind of check in on where your emotions will be at through this whole process during 1111. And we have got, please forgive me, I'm sorry. So I feel like this is going to be a part of whatever this death process is. Like, it could be a relationship maybe that you're letting go. You could either be apologizing to somebody else, or someone could be apologizing to you to officially kind of, close that chapter and be done with it. And, really put you in a place where you can have forgiveness and just move on, pretty much. We have greed. I want it all and deserve it all. And let's see what else we got here. And surprise. I have a beautiful surprise planned for you. Okay, so we're going to get to surprise here in just a minute. As for greed, I feel like... let's see. I feel like it's probably connected to this sorry person here. It could be possible that maybe the thing that you're closing out on, it's either going to be maybe a relationship with someone or a certain phase of a relationship that you had with somebody. Like, maybe somebody was just very greedy towards you, and they kind of made it all about them, and they didn't really respect what you wanted. They didn't really respect your needs or anything like that. So it could be possible that this person, through the 1111 portal, is going to bring you that apology, and it'll be a death of that cycle of what you guys have been going through. And it could be just like I said, it could be just a death of that phase, or it could actually be a death of that relationship if you're just like, okay, I appreciate your apology, but I'm still done with you. So, that could be possible too. That's kind of all up to you at the end of the day. But surprise, I have a beautiful surprise planned for you. I think it's possible that this person may wind up surprising you out of their apology, out of, that death process of letting go of whatever it was that went down between the two of you that wasn't so great before. So, in fact, this whole energy here of the new idea and being fired up and passionate about it, this may not even be you. It could be your person coming up with an idea to surprise you that they're super fired up and passionate about, and then they wind up, taking the journey to get there to you to do that. That could be a possibility as well, because they really could be turning over that new leaf. So that could be one possibility. One possibility could be that. The other possibility is if, like I said, this chapter is definitely done with this person. I feel like the surprise is basically from God, and that God is going to surprise you with something beautiful and amazing coming out of this situation. So, take it as it resonates. It's probably going to be one or the other, just because there are multiple people who come across this, and it's not necessarily going to be the same for everybody. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be one of the two. Either your person's going to surprise you, or God is going to, surprise you, pretty much. And let's see. We have the Divine Dog of Wisdom, and let's see what comes through there. We've got cooperation, better together, breakthrough, be bold, and expression, speak your truth. Okay, so the more these cards seem to pop out, the more I kind of see the direction this whole thing is going in. So, I definitely am getting more and more the feeling that this is a love-related thing, which doesn't surprise me because most of the time it is. But I'm feeling more and more, especially after seeing these three cards come out, that like I said, your person's going to come in for that authentic apology. They're going to be done with their greed. They're going to, put that to a side, whatever it was that they were doing before that wasn't nice, that was nasty and sneaky and wasn't helpful to you guys at all. They're going to drop that. They're going to apologize. It's going to be the death of that phase in your relationship, the death of that chapter, not necessarily the death of the relationship altogether. The more I'm seeing this come through, the more I'm seeing it's probably not going to be the death of the relationship. It could be possible if that's what you choose to do, because, you're free to choose whatever you want. If you're done with this person, then that's fine. Be done with them. But I feel like for most of you, you're probably going to accept this person back after their authentic apology, because they're going to want to surprise you, and it's going to be a major breakthrough for you guys. That there's a major breakthrough coming for you through the 1111 portal, and I feel like this apology and this change of a new leaf with your person is going to bring a breakthrough. It's going to bring the new ideas here that your person's going to start doing. It's going to light that up, and it's going to make them want to be all like fiery and passionate moving forward with that new idea, with that turned over new leaf, with that new version of themselves. And they're going to be willing to cross the waters to make that journey, to make things work out with you, even if it's challenging for them, because it sounds like they've probably been challenging for you, and now it's like their turn to do some of the work, is what it comes down to. And I think that they know that. So there's definitely going to be like a big breakthrough, and that breakthrough will ultimately be the thing that is the big surprise for you, because you're going to be like, there's no way. They're never going to apologize. They're never going to change, blah, blah, blah. Well, like I said, you may be in store for a surprise that you don't even realize. And I feel like one of the ways they're going to surprise you is they're going to express themselves. They're going to express how they really feel, which in part is this apology, letting you know that they're sorry. But, also if they've been withholding other emotions, like how deep their feelings really are for you, how much they care about you, stuff like that, they're probably going to wind up coming through with that. They're probably going to wind up, being totally honest and authentic and real about it. They probably haven't been, and they probably haven't been that way even with themselves. So, they can't really be authentic and genuine with you if they're not even authentic and genuine with themselves. So most likely they're going to confess those things finally, which will be a major breakthrough. And from that point on, you guys are going to be working together as a team, cooperation, better together. So I feel like that's what's going to wind up happening ultimately in the long run, because this person is going to have the new ideas here that are going to fire them up and make them all passionate and make them want to come towards you. and they're going to want to take that journey. And if you notice, you guys, speaking of that journey and cooperation working together here, if you notice on the card, you have 2 unicorns that are sitting there in the boat, and then we have this 3rd unicorn here in the back that is moving them across the water. So the way I see it is the 2 unicorns sitting here enjoying the ride is like you and your person, and the unicorn in the back is basically God. Because I always tell people the best third-party situation you can possibly have is you, your person, and God. You know, it's like the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. So it's basically the 3 of you cooperating, working together, moving across those waters towards your destination, your destiny, where you guys want to be. But you're going to have to work together, obviously, here. So, it's like they get on the boat 2 by 2 kind of a thing. But yeah, so that's what I'm feeling for you guys when it comes to this. Is it's going to be a collaborative, cooperative effort together. Because, the thing is, like, even when this person comes to you and they do apologize, which will be great and wonderful, and even when there is a death of that phase of your relationship and there's this opportunity to make things better, that doesn't mean that it's like, oh, you ride off into the sunset and everything is magically fine. No, like, a relationship takes work. It takes effort, no matter what. It takes 2. It takes cooperation. So, you're always going to be growing. You're always going to be healing your entire life until the day you die. So it's like, it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be better. It's going to be the death of where things were that were worse. But, don't get lazy. Don't think like, oh, everything's great and fine now. No, you still got to work on stuff. It's just going to be like a new level for things is what it comes down to. And you know what they say? Sometimes new level, new devil. So you gotta, still stay alert. Like, sometimes the more successful you get at something, the better things get. Also, the more challenging things can get. So you gotta, work together here. You can't just like let your guard down and get lazy on things. Otherwise, things are going to go backwards. So I definitely see that there is a place to upgrade here for you guys. So that's what it all comes down to. It's going to be an upgrade. It's going to be a death of where you were at before, which you'd probably like to see that chapter end anyways, because it sounds like it was kind of yucky. And things are going to improve and things are going to get better. So for you guys, group number 1, I would say the message is pretty clear in terms of love. Once again, you guys, this could apply to other things too. It could be a career thing. It could be something with your family or a friend or something like that. So take it as it resonates. But I do know a lot of you guys come here for the love. So it is most likely a love situation, which very obviously came through once I started putting the oracle cards together here with the tarot cards. The tarot cards by themselves, it was a lot more general, but the oracle cards made it pretty obvious, like, yeah, this is a love thing. So anyway, before I wrap things up here for you guys, I'm going to show you guys your Jesus card, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. So let's see what Jesus has to say to you guys for 11/11. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Luke 12:32. So, any fears, any doubts, any worries, any insecurities that you may have, don't worry about it. Just drop them and leave them, because God has you. He has you in the palm of his hand. He doesn't want you having fear or any of those kinds of things going into 11/11. If anything, fill up your tank with faith and love, and you're going to be just fine going through 11/11. You guys have some good stuff coming through, and good things that are going to be manifested here. So hopefully that made sense to you, and if the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did make sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Even if it's just a simple small emoji, that definitely goes a long way. Also, please give this video a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. Feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on their way. Otherwise, I am so incredibly grateful and thankful that you guys decided to stop on by and hang out here with me for a little bit today. So, yeah, have an amazing day, you guys. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose this Los Angeles Christmas ornament, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what you need to know for this 1111 portal. All right, we're going to set that over there and get into it. We're going to kick things off here with the Crystal Unicorn Tarot. And you guys got, as I had everything upside down, you guys got the Devil. Oh, you know what? I have the whole pile upside down. That's why. My bad. The Page of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, you guys. So, interesting. So, it seems you guys have a little bit of a juggling act going on here with the Two of Pentacles, because that's usually what the Two of Pentacles involves. It involves juggling multiple things. Now remember, you guys, this could be in regards to love, it could be career stuff, it could be anything. So take it wherever it resonates, whatever it applies to for your life. So with the Two of Pentacles, it's a juggling act. It's handling multiple things at once. Maybe you are like a busy entrepreneur type and you have multiple different jobs and multiple different responsibilities to tend to for your job. Or maybe in your dating life or whatever, maybe you're kind of playing the field right now and you're seeing multiple people and juggling multiple people. Basically, you have multiple options. So either way, there's definitely something going on here where you're juggling a lot of stuff. And I feel like the Devil is kind of tied into this juggling energy because I feel like you're just kind of like tempted to do too much in a sense. Like, you know, maybe you're kind of a flirt, for example, when it comes to like the dating thing, which is why it's easy for you to just get out there and play the field. And, you know, it's like maybe you're a little boy crazy or a little girl crazy or whatever, like that kind of thing. Like you're just drawn to anyone and everyone in a sense. So it's like the temptation is always there. Like you just want to play the field. Or, you know, if it's like a career thing, you know, you're like super ambitious and it's like every opportunity that comes your way, you're tempted to take it because you're like, ooh, I could do this and ooh, I could do that and that kind of thing. So it seems like there's just like a lot of juggling going on here, and you kind of fall into temptation with the Devil here very easily into whatever these multiple things are, whatever these multiple opportunities or people and relationships or whatever it is it may be. You know, the Devil can also represent like addictions. It's kind of like toxic behavior. But I feel like for you guys, it's more like a temptation thing. Not like, I guess it could be an addiction. Like maybe you're addicted to work, or maybe you're addicted to attention from other people. So that's why you date so many people or whatever. So there could be a little bit of an addiction there. Not like, I wouldn't say the traditional kind that people usually look at it like drugs or alcohol or anything. It just could be like maybe a work addiction, or I don't know, maybe even a sex addiction if you're dating like a lot of people and you're just playing the field. And this may be a warning to go get an STD test or something. I don't know. But either way, I feel like there's definitely temptation here to do like a lot of different things at once. And you enjoy it, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you can't be doing all of that at the same time. So yeah, I feel like those two kind of go hand in hand together. But I feel like if anything, there is like a genuine offer that's heading your way with the Page of Cups, because the Page of Cups is usually like an emotional offer. It's usually an authentic love offer. So I do feel like this could be love related for some of you, which is why I'm saying here you guys could be dating multiple people here, but there could be someone who might be coming along here with an authentic love offer. It may not necessarily be someone who may want to, play in the playing the field game here either. They may not want to be a part of the, hey, I want to sow my wild oats with you group or whatever. But someone here definitely has like a genuine love offer to give you, and I feel like it's definitely something more than just, I want to participate in these games or whatever, because we also have the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles is about building something. As you can tell from the card, we have these three unicorns here that are kind of like working on this chapel, this steeple kind of thing. They're working together, they're collaborating, and they're building something. And I feel like whoever it is that comes along and brings you this offer, they're not offering it so you can continue to juggle them or, be tempted to just, go off with other people and that kind of thing. I feel like they genuinely want to build something with you, that they're just like, hey, forget dating everybody else, forget playing the field, get your ass off Tinder and just, give us a chance to build something, just give us a chance, slow your roll kind of a thing. So that could be one possibility, or it could be the flip-flop of it, and you could be dealing with somebody, because I know a lot of you guys come here asking about twin flames and about a specific person. It also could be possible that your person is balancing multiple people, and that they're the ones who are all, tempted and playing the field and feeling like they need to be like the ladies' man or something like that. Like, I'm going to be the player, I'm never going to settle down, that kind of thing. But they could be having a change of heart where they may be coming forward with that authentic love offer, finally ready to start that new chapter with you. So take it as it resonates. The player is either you or your person, but somebody is definitely getting ready to change that behavior where they're ready to make that authentic offer, and they want to like genuinely work together to make something happen. So there's definitely a shift happening here, which doesn't surprise me because it is 11/11. That's usually when these shifts start happening. Okay, so from Ocean of Emotion by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials, we have build. I would like to work together to have stability, which totally makes sense because of the Three of Pentacles. I love it when cards do this and they totally back themselves up with one another, especially when they're from different decks. It's like, boom, yeah, I got you, I got your back. So, I mean, these two cards are like practically the same thing. This person wants to build with you. They want to create a solid foundation with you. So yeah, those totally 100% go hand in hand and back each other up. Stress. I'm under so much pressure. So this could be you or your person. It could also be both of you, that you're both experiencing a lot of stress right now. And that could also play into this devil energy. The devil energy is not necessarily nice energy. So, stress could be a part of it. There could be stress when it comes to the balancing act here of what's going on, because, if you're balancing multiple people or multiple things, that it gets old after a while. And that, if it's their stress that's coming through, and if they've been the player in this, then they could be stressed out and tired of all this juggling. They could be tired of, dealing with their own crappy behavior, basically, which is why they could be ready to come forward to you and be just like, you know what, I'm ready for a change. I'm ready to build with you. I'm ready to create something new here. I'm done. I'm tired being the playboy. So yeah, I definitely feel for a lot of you, it's probably them who's been the player more so than you. But like I said, take it as it resonates. these roles can reverse themselves in all kinds of crazy and twisted ways. And intuitive, trust your inner knowing. So I feel like most importantly here, you guys, no matter what I say to you, no matter what these cards say, no matter how they come out, no matter how they fall, always trust your intuition above all else. Because, you know, at the end of the day, me being a reader here, talking to you guys, showing you what the cards say, explaining what the cards mean and everything, you know, it's all just tools is what it comes down to. It's not gospel. It's not Bible. It's not the final word. The final word is ultimately within you. And, you know, and it's really funny, and I'm about to go on a small little tangent here, so excuse that, but it needs to be said. I know a lot of people can, you know, lean heavily on readings, and, you know, you can kind of go down a rabbit hole with them at times. And I know a lot of people can really get sucked into seeing like the signs and the synchronicities like 1111 and that kind of thing. But the thing that I've come to learn is the further along you get in your journey and the stronger your own faith and your own intuition grows, you become less dependent on those things, because signs, synchronicities, readings, all this stuff, it's external confirmation. The most important confirmation that you need is internal, from within. And, you know, if I were to look at myself a year ago, I could get a personal reading from pretty much anybody and it would resonate. And, you know, I would see the signs and the synchronicities and all that kind of stuff. And here we are a year later. And because I have tapped into my own intuition much more, there are only 2 people who really resonate for me anymore as readers I will allow to read for me personally, because it doesn't work with anybody else, because it's like my own intuition is way more stronger and kind of cancels out anybody else. So yeah, there are only 2 who really work for me. And on top of that, I don't get a lot of the signs and synchronicities anymore. I don't really even like notice or pay attention to number things anymore. And that doesn't freak me out. I'm not upset about it. I actually think it's a good thing, because I think it shows that I've gotten that much stronger within my own faith and within my own intuition, that it's like I don't need to rely on those things. And I feel like that's going to get me closer to my ultimate fulfillment and wherever it is I need to be and wherever it is I need to go. So don't be afraid to trust your own intuition at the end of the day. If none of this resonates for you, then that's okay. You know, trust this above all else. If this does resonate for you, that's awesome too. You know, then that's still you getting in touch with that intuition. But at the end of the day, you're going to know what's best for you when it comes to all of this. Okay. Tangent done. Moving on to the rest of the cards, because that could be a whole other thing. And I may actually do like a couple tangent videos coming up here, you guys, when I'm on my cross-country road trip, because when I'm on my road trip, I can't be pulling cards and driving at the same time. So I may actually just do some like general advice kind of stuff, like twin flame wise and journey wise, while I'm on the road, if you guys are interested in that. So it wouldn't necessarily be a reading, but just, you know, some support and encouragement for you guys, just based out of my own experiences I may share while I'm on the road, because I'm going to be on the road for like at least 2 days where I'll be driving for like 12 hours, and then another day where I'll be driving for 8. So I'm going to be in my car for a while, in a couple of weeks, but that's okay. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. Anyway, from the Divine Dog of Wisdom deck, you guys got protection, put up your guard, significance, you be you, and accountability, clean up your mess. So right away here with accountability, clean up your mess, you guys, I feel like that's kind of in regards to this devil energy and this balancing act here. So whether it's you or your person, you guys can't really move forward to moving or to building that solid foundation and that life that you want to have together. You can't really do that until you guys clean this stuff up. It doesn't matter whose side of the street it's on either. You both need to keep your side of the street clean. So, you know, that's number one. So this stuff definitely needs to drop. I do feel like, though, you or your person or both of you do want to drop those behaviors. That's for sure. Protection, put up your guard. So I feel like basically that's saying if your person does come forward towards you with this Page of Cups, with this love offer, but they're still doing this, then, protect yourself. Like, you don't need to be buying into that if they're still balancing other people and they're still doing things. Make sure that they're really ready here, that they're really ready to build with you, which I do believe they are, because we had 2 cards about building together come out. But that's just something to be aware of, just to protect yourself. Don't put a guard up to the point where it's such like a big wall that you don't let them in at all. Like that's destructive in the exact opposite way, and you don't want that either. Once again, that just comes down to trusting your discernment, which also comes into significance, you be you. And when I see significance, you be you, I feel like that very much so plays into your intuition, because when you're just being yourself, you're able to tap into your intuition a lot better than you know. When you're not being yourself, when you're putting on a mask, when you're putting on an act towards other people, you can't really like tap into your intuition because you're being something that you're not. But you guys just keep being you, keep doing you, and your intuition, I believe for you guys, is a lot stronger than you know, a lot stronger than you realize. So let it guide you in this situation. You will know for sure if your person is still being all balancing things around here, or if they're actually finally ready to build with you. Although I would say in general, they are going to get there. Like, even if it doesn't happen right now during this portal, I do believe that they do want to get there. Like, that's where their heart of hearts is to build something and to make something happen for you. But it's a challenge for them to let go of this balancing act, because it's very tempting for them. So, they need to build up their own inner strength in getting past that. Okay. Finally, for you guys, your loving words from Jesus card, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And you guys got, forgive and you shall be forgiven, Luke 6:37. So this is like, the message that Jesus would want you to know for 11:11. So if you are harboring any bitterness, resentment, unforgiveness, it doesn't matter whether it's towards your person or towards anyone or anything for that matter, just release it and let go of it. You don't want to be carrying that shit into 11:11. You don't want to be carrying that baggage through, because that's just not good. You don't want to do that. The only person you're going to hurt by doing that is yourself anyway. But especially if this unforgiveness that you're holding on to, if it's connected to your person, like let's say you feel kind of bitter towards them for doing this balancing act thing towards you, you gotta let go of it. And I feel like they won't be able to step into that energy of finally being able to build with you until you let go of it either. Like, they kind of go hand in hand. It works together. So, I hope that made sense for you guys and it resonated. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did make sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Even a simple small emoji goes a long way. Also, please give this video a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. Feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I am so incredibly grateful and thankful that you guys decided to just stop on by here and hang out with me for a little bit. It means the world to me. So keep sparkling, you guys. I'm sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose this Chicago ornament, then this is going to be the reading for you. And we are going to find out what you need to know for the 11:11 portal. All right. I'll set Chicago over here. It's just going to lean like that because it's not going to stand up or anything. That's fine. Okay, we're going to kick things off here with the Crystal Unicorn Tarot. And you guys got the Two of Cups, the Three of Cups, Temperance, and the Empress. I was about to combine Temperance and Empress together and it becomes the Empress. Which actually, in a weird way, kind of makes sense. So I'm just going to start with that right now because that actually goes together. So, let me explain. I feel like the Empress here basically describes you guys. That you guys are in your Empress energy right now. And the Empress is a great thing to be because the Empress, she is the embodiment of all the queens. She is charismatic, she's sexy, she's stable, she's reliable, she's loving, she's quick-witted, she's smart. You know, she's got all the good qualities going on. She's got it all going on, basically. And one of the qualities that she does have going on is Temperance, the Empress. It's my new thing now, you guys. Be the Empress. And the Empress is basically the Empress who has Temperance. And Temperance is all about patience and balance. And, you know, just kind of like it's a very peaceful energy is what it comes down to. Because when you have balance in your life and you're able to just like, you know, work everything out and make things kind of come together and go with the flow, and you're not worried about being in a rush or being in a hurry, you're going with the flow, you're not impatient, you're not pushy, just everything is just very natural and kind of easy going. And that's how the Empress is, and that's what Temperance represents. So the Empress is always able to embody a form of temperance. So these cards definitely go together. So it seems like for you guys, you're in a very healthy energy, a very positive, good energy going into 11/11, which is great. You know, this is the kind of energy you want to have. This is the kind of energy that manifests good shit, regardless of what it is, whether it's in love or your career or anything like that. So you guys are in a really positive place. And I do believe because you're in that positive place, yeah, you're going to be manifesting some good stuff, because we also have the Two of Cups here. And the Two of Cups is a partnership. It is a joining together of two different people or two different situations. So take it as it resonates. This could be you and your significant other. It could be your significant person, the two of you coming together. Or maybe if this is about your career, it could be a career opportunity, like you and collaborating with somebody else maybe. Like maybe you're an entrepreneur of some sort and you're looking for a sponsorship or something like that. Like maybe this is someone sponsoring you. It could be some kind of business deal where you're coming together with a different company. So, you know, take it as it resonates, but either way, it is a partnership. It could be in business, it could be in love, it could be in friendship, it could be within your family. But either way, there's definitely a partnership that is coming together here. And I feel like this is definitely a very much so wanted, desired, awaited for connection and partnership that's happening, because we also have the Three of Cups. And I know some people read the Three of Cups as like a third party situation, but you always have to look at the other cards going on around it to know if it's going to be a three-party situation. And for you guys, I don't believe it is, because we have so many other good things going on here with you guys being the Empress, with you guys being balanced and having patience with Temperance, and, you know, the Two of Cups here, the coming together of two parties. So the other way you can read the Three of Cups is a time of celebration, which is basically what these three unicorns are doing, you know. They look like they're having a good time, they're having a few drinks, they're kicking back, they're having, you know, a ball, basically. They're having a good time, you know. They're like the people who were singing and dancing in the street yesterday when the election was over. So, yeah, it's a time of celebration. So I feel like whatever it is this union is going to be, whether it's personally or professionally, it is going to be a time of celebration when that does happen, when that does come together, which seems like it should be happening sometime soon because, like I said, you guys are in that right energy. You're being the Empress. Things are balancing themselves out. You've been patient through this process. And yeah, so good things are coming. A partnership is going to merge, and there's going to be celebration coming out of that. So that's...
You've got mail.
Yes, and I have mail. Oh my goodness, I'm going to celebrate that. Anyway, but yeah, so that's like a great place to be at. That's exactly the kind of thing you want to have going on through 11/11 as it is. So, and this is great because each pile so far has been different, but there's been good things in each pile. So I'm really proud of you guys because I feel like you guys are really working on manifesting some really good stuff coming through 11/11. So that's pretty awesome, you guys. Okay, from Ocean of Emotion by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials, you guys have Illuminate. Your light helped to guide me out of the darkness. So, I feel like probably for most of you, this partnership here will probably be love. And I feel like one of the reasons why you guys are going to be able to have this partnership is through your own faith and patience here that you've had through temperance and you stepping into that Empress energy here, you guys have really been able to illuminate, shed some light for your person in order to even come near you and have that Two of Cups union with you. So I really feel like you've been their light in that dark place. You've been that sparkle of joy, that sparkle of hope for them, that you've just been like radiating love and kindness and everything ultimately that they want and that they need. And you've been more inspiring and more helpful to them than you even realize. Weak, I'm about to break, and I don't know how to fix the pain in my heart, broken. So I feel like if anything, this represents probably the energy of where you or your person have been in the past. Because, we have so many other good things happening here, like kind of presently for 11/11. I feel like this is where you guys have been. Like this has been the journey of where you guys were from before to get to where you're going now. I feel like in the past, both of you guys have probably felt pretty broken. You haven't known how to fix it. That's been pretty messed up. And I feel like for you, you have probably been the one to put in the time and the energy and the healing first. Especially if you're a feminine, it's usually the feminines who do that before the masculine does, before they can catch up, which is why, you guys are in that Empress energy, because the Empress is someone who has done that work and they have done a lot of healing and they have, worked on their broken heart and that kind of thing. So I feel like you guys have already done that, and your person, they could be still kind of here in this energy a little bit, but I feel like they're coming out of it. And once again, I feel like the main reason they're coming out of it is because you've been illuminating the way for them, because you've been working on this first. You've been kind of, leading and guiding with this, because it's really funny when it comes to like, the divine feminine and the divine masculine. They always say the man is the head of the household, and, they're supposed to be the protector and the provider and all this other stuff, which is true. But if you guys remember, what supports the head? The neck. And who's the neck of the family? That would be the woman. Like a man really isn't going to be able to break out of their own brokenness unless there's like this strong, compassionate woman that is being their support system, who, is loving them unconditionally, through all this garbage. And I feel like that's been you. You've been doing that. You've been their support. So, it's like guys may be the one to go out there and do the conquering in the physical world and everything, but it's usually the women who take the lead when it comes to things emotionally and spiritually and that kind of thing. That's just usually how it happens. So, just keep being that leader, keep being that spiritual, emotional leader for them, because it is illuminating things, it is changing things for them, and it is bringing them closer to you guys having that Two of Cups, which is ultimately what you want. And then you can celebrate your ass right through 11/11 and into the holidays and into 2021, which is pretty cool. All right, we have the Divine Dog of Wisdom Oracle, and you guys got excellence, do your best, contentment, be satisfied, and boundaries, stay in your own business. So let's talk about boundaries here first. Boundaries, I feel like very much so plays into temperance, because, like I said, temperance is about patience, it's about balancing things, and the truth is, you can't balance things if you're not putting up healthy boundaries. The way you keep things in balance and keep things kind of like even keeled across the board is to have healthy boundaries. And I don't mean, like boundaries like shut people off and it's like it has to be your way and no other way or anything like that. It's good to be flexible. Yes, it's good to let people in, but it's never good to let people in and let people kind of walk all over you and become a doormat. Not to the point where it's going to be hurtful or destructive to you. If it's going to be hurtful and destructive to you, then yes, that's where boundaries need to come in. But I feel like you guys have already been learning that because the Temperance card did come out. So I feel like this is just a reminder to just continue doing that. Continue establishing those healthy boundaries, because that's going to keep you in that good energy of temperance. And I feel like at the end of the day, you guys are also definitely doing this, both of these. You're being content and satisfied, because that's another thing temperance does. It's just being content and satisfied with who you are and where you're at and what's happening with life. Even if it's not perfect, it's like you basically say to yourself, thank God I'm not where I used to be, but I'm on the way to where I need to go, kind of a thing. So it's like, you're on the way, but you're thankful for where you've already come out of. Like, that things could be a lot worse. So you're content. And that's very much how the Empress is too. The Empress, she just, she goes with the flow, kind of a thing. She's cool. And excellence, do your best. And I feel like you guys already do that, because that's, once again, another quality that the Empress does. She does her very best. So I feel like you guys are on the right track. You guys are definitely like in that good, solid energy. I'm just super proud of you guys sitting here reading this, and I'm super excited. I just invented a new word through this reading, basically being Empress. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. I gotta figure out how to write that out or something. That's just too funny. So, the next time someone asks you who you are or how you are or what you are or anything, just tell them, oh, I'm the Empress. So, you're the Empress with temperance, which is a great thing to be. And I feel like that's exactly what you guys are doing. You just need to keep doing that. Keep doing you. Keep being excellent. This kind of reminds me of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Be excellent to each other. So I feel like that's what you're doing. You're being excellent to others. You're being excellent to yourself. And you're being super inspiring. And, anything that was broken, anything that was weak is definitely falling away. It's falling to the wayside. And you are illuminating your person's life. You're helping them snap out of their issues and snap out of their problems. And you guys have a real good opportunity here through this 11/11 portal to have a union with your person and to truly celebrate it. So I feel like, if anything, your reading here, guys, is a reminder to keep doing what you're doing. You're already on a really good track. You're already doing amazing. You may not always feel like you are, But, just trust and know that you are. Otherwise, you wouldn't be getting this reading. You wouldn't be, you wouldn't have picked this pile. These cards wouldn't have come out. And you're going to know deep down inside, trusting your intuition, because that's also what the Empress does. She trusts her intuition. So you guys definitely got this. You guys are doing good. You're on the right track here with 1111. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. Finally, from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. We're going to see what Jesus would like you to know for the 1111 portal. And you guys got seek and you shall find, Matthew 7:7. So, never stop reaching for your dreams, going for your goals. Just don't stop doing those things, because, whatever it is that you're looking for, your heart's desire wants you just as much as you want it. So, don't quit, don't give up, even when you have hard days, even when you're tired, even when it seems like the world is against you. Keep going. There's a lot more for you than than there is against you. God is definitely for you. Jesus is definitely for you. He wants to see you blessed and favored and abundant and living your best life ever as well. So, just keep going. Don't quit. Don't give up. You guys are doing amazing. And, even if you don't believe that, that's one of the things I feel like I'm here for, in doing these readings, is I will personally be here to cheer you on, like your own little personal cheerleader, because I believe in you guys so incredibly much, and I just want to see you guys happy. And, my goal is at the end of the day that maybe all these readings will help you guys out and you'll be on the right track. And then one day you'll come to me in the comment section of these readings and say, hey, you know what? You were right. This all worked out. Like, I'm with my person now. We're happy. We're together. I'm living my dreams. I'm living my ultimate fulfillment. And that will make me feel so happy when that day comes. And it's coming, you guys. I know it's coming for you. So be on the lookout. It's coming, because 1111 is coming. So anyway, if this message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Even a simple small emoji goes a long way. Also, please give this video a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. Feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. Otherwise, I am so incredibly grateful and thankful that you guys decided to stop on by here and spend a little bit of time with me today. It means the world to me. So you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 4. If you chose the Disneyland Christmas ornament, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what you need to know for 1111. All right, let's put Disneyland over here. And let's get into this, shall we? All right, starting off with the Crystal Unicorn Tarot, you guys have Judgment, the Five of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Five of Wands. Oh boy, all right. Looks like we got some interesting stuff going on here. I'm just going to check in here really quick on the Five of Swords. Kind of see what's going on here, because we got the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords, and we got a lot going on. Okay. So, Five of Swords, you guys. Sharpen your magical horns, because you are spoiling for a fight, or someone might be bullying you. The challenge you face is more than likely super unfair and maybe even abusive. If you flipped this card in your reading, then it is telling you to step back, chill, examine the situation before you jump in with anger. Learn from this. Don't fight or fight it. Keywords: betrayal, conflict, and tension. Okay, I had a feeling that this one was a little bit involved with conflict and everything. because you guys also have the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is like the same kind of thing. It's about conflict, and more so with the Five of Wands, it's also about competition. So I feel like you guys may not necessarily be in the best place right now going through the 1111 portal. You may feel kind of like you're fighting a bunch of battles right now. And it could be in regards to anything, like I said, you guys, it could be in regards to love. It could be in regards to like your career or money. It could be with a family member or a friend or something like that. But either way, it seems like there's some kind of conflict, competition, some kind of upheaval, possibly betrayal, maybe someone being abusive towards you or bullying you. Either way, it's not good. And I feel for you guys because no one should have to deal with this. No one should have to put up with this at all. But definitely seems like there are some problems in that department. There are some problems going on, for sure. And I feel like for you guys, you're having a hard time making a decision on what to do about the situation, how to handle it. I feel like you guys have been very overly burdened and very stressed out about it. Like if you're being like bullied or harassed or abused, like you're not really sure how to get out of it or how to walk away from it. Especially if it's like, like an abusive situation or something like that. Like that's terrible, like that may be something where you even have to get the authorities involved with it or something like that. But yeah, there's definitely something not good going on here. And you're having a hard time trying to decide how to go about this, like what to do. Should you like leave the situation alone? Should you report the situation? Should you confront the situation? Just what should you do? Because that's what the Two of Swords is all about. It's all about like kind of being stuck between these two different choices. Could be several different choices at this rate because there seems to be like so much conflict and stress happening here. But either way, you're having a problem trying to make a decision on what to do. However, through all this confusion and chaos and conflict, I do believe judgment is coming for the situation. So even if you don't necessarily have a solution right now, even if you don't necessarily know what the right thing to do is as of this time, it's not going to stay like this forever. And eventually, like, justice will be served with it. A judgment call is going to be made. Eventually, you're probably going to make a judgment call and make a decision on what to do, which will be helpful to get you out of the situation. And like it's not going to stay like this. It's eventually going to have to get resolved. Judgment is going to come, especially if someone is treating you poorly and someone's like abusing you or bullying you or anything like that. Like judgment is going to come after them. Karma is going to come after them. Like karma has their address. Karma knows where they live. They know who they hang out with. They have their phone number. Like karma is coming for this person if someone is raising that much hell for you. And I myself, like, I love you guys. Like, I love being here for you guys. And, someone messes with you guys, they mess with me. And, like, I'm even getting pissed off. Just, like, picking up on their energy and how annoying this person is. And hurtful and abusive and toxic this person or people. It could even be, like, more than one person. I don't know. But I'm just getting angry here, like, in defense of you because I just don't want to see you guys hurt or upset. I don't want to see you guys like trapped in this position where you're like, I don't know what to do or anything. Like I'm praying for judgment to come on the situation for you guys. Okay, from Ocean of Emotion by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials, you guys have distance. You feel so far away. Anger, there's a burning rage inside of me. And open, I'm afraid of opening my heart again. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of hurt going on here. Number one, starting with anger here. It seems like whatever this conflict, whatever this competition is that's going on, there's a lot of anger involved in it. you guys could even be in the middle of like a karmic situation right now. You guys could be dealing with like a karmic partner or something like that, like someone who just isn't healthy or good for you. You guys could be in a toxic relationship that you just need to get out of. It seems like whoever it is that you're dealing with, they have some serious anger issues. They need some anger management, that kind of thing. And I feel like whoever this is, they're taking a lot of this anger out on you, which isn't fair and which isn't right. And I feel like because of how they've been treating you and how they've been handling this with you, when it comes to distance, I feel like if anything, it's you who feels distant. It's you who feels like disconnected from everything because you have been battered down and hurt and abused and that kind of thing. And, when we've been hurt very heavily through situations like that, we're afraid to open up again. We're afraid to open up our heart. We're afraid to be vulnerable with somebody new or with new people or anything because we're afraid of the same thing happening all over again. We're afraid of getting our hearts trampled all over and being abused and being hurt and all this other stuff. So by doing that, you're kind of putting distance between yourself and having peace between yourself and having closure between yourself and having the ability to have like a new chapter in general, whether it's with somebody else or whatever the case may be. So I feel like if anything, the distance has kind of been created within yourself. It's like this has kind of created a disconnect within you, which is why you're having a hard time here making a decision. And it's unfortunately kind of locked you up on the inside a little bit here, which is ironic because you guys chose the lock. It's like you chose the lock. You chose the key. Like you kind of locked yourself up here using the key. But remember, you guys do have the key, that same key that you locked yourself up in coming out of the situation. You have that same key to open it back up again, just like you can open yourself up here. So that's kind of even ironic, even in terms of symbolism, which usually these have nothing to do with the message that comes out, but I do think that's kind of interesting. But yeah, you guys have the key within to open yourself up again. And understandable, I don't feel like you guys could probably really open yourself up again until you completely walk away from this toxic situation, because it seems like you guys really need to do that. And I feel like you will. I feel like there is going to be a judgment call that's going to be made here that's going to be helpful. And a judgment call is going to be made upon this person who has been very hurtful towards you. But yeah, like you guys, if anything, you guys need to like distance yourself from this toxic person. Like there's nothing good coming out of this right now, you guys. So if you guys are not feeling this pile and you're like, ooh, wow, this is a little too heavy for me, then maybe pick one of the other ones. It's definitely not like a twin flame vibe I'm picking up here, you guys. It's definitely someone who like literally intends harm against you because they are just so full of rage and anger and hatred themselves. They're taking it out on you, and you have kind of become their punching bag, which is not fair. It's not fair at all. And if anything, this is leaving you battered and abused and hurt, and now you're going to have to be in a position where you're going to have to work on your healing in order for you to have a better life for yourself and have your dreams come true and have your ultimate fulfillment, so you can eventually get to the place where you'll be willing to be open again without being scared that it's gonna, amount into some huge, horrible nightmare situation like what you've already been in. So, so this could be very specific. It could be just for one person who needs to hear this right now. So like I said, if this isn't you, then pick a different pile, because this one's just, it's not feeling so good. And the other three, honestly, were like really, really good piles. Like they were exact opposite energy. They were really positive. So I don't know who this is for, but I'm feeling for you. And I just, if anything, I hope you can turn this around. I know it's not going to be able to be turned around overnight, especially not before the 11/11 portal, but at least try to get some kind of glimmer of hope, at least some kind of glimmer of motivation and inspiration to start the process of turning this around, which is not going to happen overnight, and it's going to take time, but there has to be at least a starting point, and maybe the starting point for you guys will be 11:11. Okay, from the Divine Dogs of Wisdom, you guys have Wild Dog, answer the call. Joker, things are never as they seem, and Lust, gotta have it all. So, okay, first of all, with Lust, gotta have it all, I feel like this kind of implies this angry person you've been dealing with. I feel like in a sense they've been very selfish. They've just been very lustful towards you and towards their own desires, and very carnal, and not very caring towards you or even maybe other people. And it's like they could be kind of superficial and shallow and not very deep about things, and they're just not interested to go there, to get into the deeper waters of life, basically. So yeah, I feel like this is someone who's very much so about themselves. They probably have narcissistic tendencies. They just want what they want, and they go in and they go after it, and that's that. It's kind of like a what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like a I can't think of it. But it's like, they just go from like one thing to another, just kind of sucking the energy out of things until they go on to the next thing and then suck the energy out of that kind of a thing. So, yeah, not good. And I feel like one of the ways they're able to do that is when they first met you, or they first meet people in general, they may kind of come across as like this joker, like they may come across, pretty lighthearted and fun. And people who can be narcissistic are really good at doing this. Like, they're really good at having this outgoing magnetic personality where they draw you in, and then it's like once they draw you in, it's like it's too late. You've been sucked into their web, and now you can't get out. Now you're trapped. Because obviously whatever it was that they did to kind of pull you in and draw you in, they're showing who they really are now. And you know that because you're dealing with all this conflict and competition and harassment and bullying and not good stuff. So, things are never as they seem. So they were not who they really seemed to be. And I feel like you guys are learning that now. And you're learning who they really are, which is this very lustful, it's got to be all about me, I got to have it my way kind of person. So yeah, not good at all. But the wild dog, I feel like is you guys. The wild dog, if anything, is you. You need to answer the call. You need to answer the call of judgment here and get out of this and start healing yourself so you can open yourself up back again for the things in life that are good and healthy, the things in life that you truly desire that are way better and way beyond this nasty, icky, yucky situation. It's a bummer for me. I don't like having to read piles like this, but if they come up, they come up, and I got to be honest about what's going on here. And this one is not pretty. It's not a good one, you guys, but I feel like for you guys, the message with 11:11 is to answer that call. Answer that call and be that wild dog. And like I said, this stuff is not going to resolve itself overnight. This is going to take time, without a doubt. It's going to take a lot of work. But I feel like your message for 11:11 is to start that process. Start the process of getting out. Start the process to make up your mind, pick a lane, and go with it. So start that process, do something, because you can't keep going with this. You don't want to go through this 11:11 portal and keep repeating this same crazy, chaotic mess that's going on here, you guys. So it's an opportunity for you guys to begin the process to get out. And if you make that choice and you pray and you're like, God, I need help. I don't know what to do. I don't know what the answer is. There's so many choices. I don't know. But if you pray and you ask for help and you make that choice consciously, like, yes, I'm going to get out of this, then God is going to provide that way for you. He's going to show you. He's going to give you that answer. And he's going to be like, okay, you're ready. You came to me. You asked. You want to know. Here's your window of opportunity. This is what I'm going to show you. This is what I'm going to reveal to you. He's there to help you. He doesn't want you to stay in this situation either. He wants you to be happy. He wants you to live a life of joy and love and peace and not feeling like someone's always going to be attacking you or against you or anything like that. You guys deserve a lot better. So all you have to do is make up your mind, make that choice. I feel like that's the biggest thing that you guys need to know going through 11/11 is just make that choice. Start the process. So, yeah, not an easy pile, that's for sure. I feel for you guys. I do. If anything, you guys are going to be in my prayers the most because you guys need it. But I do believe that you guys are strong enough that you can get through it. And when you're on the other side of all this, you guys are going to have an amazing story to share. You know, you don't have a test unless you have, or you don't have a testimony unless you have a test. And you guys definitely have a test going on here, but I definitely believe you guys can pass it with full-blown flying colors. Okay, finally, from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. You guys got, peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, John 14:27. So it's obviously no secret you guys are going through a bit of a traumatic time right now, a lot of turmoil going on, but that doesn't mean that you can't find peace, that it is there, that it is within. You know, that's kind of where it all starts. You know, this all starts with you going to God, you guys, you asking God for help, asking God for assistance, asking God to show you what it is that you need to do, and ask for his peace. Ask for that peace that surpasses all understanding, because you're going to get it. You know, 4 years ago, I was homeless for several months because I went through this horrible traumatic experience with bed bugs and a nightmare slumlord who didn't help anything, and I felt very much like my world was falling apart, and I had no way to get out of it. Like, I didn't know what to do either. But I prayed for that peace that surpassed all understanding, and I did eventually get it, and I did eventually find the solution, and, you know, God upgraded me. He brought me into a much better apartment building than the one I was at before, you know, with a property manager that actually cares and actually takes care of things, and, you know, amazing neighbors, and we have a great community here, and everybody really looks out for each other, and it's like a family environment and everything. Like, it's been a major upgrade. So it can be the same for you guys too. You know, even if you don't have peace right now, ask for it. The peace that surpasses all understanding is yours if you just ask for it. And there is a solution on the other side, and God will show you the way step by step, little by little. But it starts with a prayer, it starts by asking, and then you just have to be open to receive, and the rest will flow from there. So I really hope that that assists you guys. I really hope that that helps you out in some kind of way. If that message did not flow, of course, just let it go. Like I said, I feel like this was a very specific kind of pile, so if this one didn't make sense, go to one of the others. But yeah, otherwise, if it did make sense, if it did resonate, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, even if it's a simple small emoji. Otherwise, please give this video a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. Feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I am so incredibly grateful that you guys decided to just stop on by here and hang out with me for a little bit. It definitely means the world to me. So yeah, that's about it, you guys. Otherwise, keep sparkling. I'm sending you lots of hugs and much love.